To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning. A third indictment of Donald Trump appears to be pending. This one focused on January 6th and his role. A special counsel seems set to argue that then President Trump tried to overturn his 2020 election loss. Matt Cesney leads off our local focus.
To me, it was probably a last-ditch effort by the former president's lawyers to convince the special prosecutor that he shouldn't ask the grand jury to return an indictment.
But it does seem likely an indictment is being asked for, says former South Florida federal prosecutor David Weinstein. An indictment in Washington that could play out like the scene in Miami in June when Trump made a first appearance in federal court for the Mar-a-Lago documents indictment. This time, it's over January 6th.
We've heard about obstruction and interference. And then the last charge, although it is a law that was created quite a long time ago, it does talk about interfering with people's right to vote.
Out along Woolbright Road in Boynton Beach, Trump's supporters held a weekly rally and reacted to the news of another possible indictment.
What they're doing to our country is criminal, what they're doing to President Trump is criminal, and what they're doing to we the people, putting us through all this.
Trump went on social media to say he did nothing wrong and was advised by many lawyers, referring to January 6th. Everything a grand jury does is secret, but by many indications, things are winding down.
Yes, we're days away from seeing what the actual charges are. I'm sure there'll be a lot of speculation, but until it hits the public docket, we won't know what the charges are.
Matt Cesney, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Mr. Trump, of course, one of two political heavyweights in Florida, the other, Governor Ron DeSantis, who began his presidential bid hoping to prove he's a conservative to the right of Trump and more electable because of Trump's growing legal problems. But the polls don't say that so far. Trump, for now, has a wide lead over all GOP presidential challengers for 2024. My first guest, Joe Budd, Republican state committeeman from Palm Beach County and a DeSantis backer.
Well, I think it's clear the interactive polling shows that President Trump is up 24 points over DeSantis in a solid second place there nationwide. Nationwide polling isn't as important as the early caucus in primary states like Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Nevada. I think that in Iowa that DeSantis is making a major push there and a big focus there, and I think he's doing very well there. And I think polling will start to probably show that. I'm excited. I'm going to be there on August 12th at the Iowa State Fair, and that's when several candidates will be being interviewed with Governor Kim Reynolds. And I think Central Time DeSantis is scheduled for 10:30.
Why do you support Governor DeSantis?
I think he is a better executive at the end of the day, and there's no other sideshows with it. There's no other distractions. I think that as far as a MAGA America First candidate, which I would prefer, I believe head and shoulders DeSantis is definitely a better executive
Than Donald Trump, you're
yes.
saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, you back him, but many argue that he's mired in second place, way ahead of other competitors, but so far behind the former president that it's already making this whole race a moot point. Your take on that in response to that critique of the DeSantis campaign?
Well, I think at the early stages, Obama would have had the same critique against Hillary Clinton. It's very early, 5 months till the first Iowa caucus here. That's a lifetime in politics. Lots can change. And I think that number one important thing for the DeSantis campaign is continue to do very well in the fundraising money department. Mm-hmm. Number two, focus on Iowa. Because you have to win Iowa. I really believe Governor DeSantis will need to win Iowa or be a very close second in Iowa in order to continue to be looked at as the candidate that is someone other than Trump.
Is he ready, his critics argue, for the national stage in terms of tonality, in terms of some Florida policies that are not playing well on that stage? I go to the issue about the new curriculum involving African-American studies, African-American leaders quoting from an AP article to cry what they call a pattern of policy violence against people of color, they argue, has been imposed by the DeSantis administration. They're talking about the school curriculum and how Florida teachers now required to instruct middle school students that enslaved people, quote, developed skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. That's caused a huge uproar and outcry. The governor's defended the language, saying they're only picking a piece of that. But he's had to defend himself on the national trails. He ready for that kind of critique and that kind of focus?
Well, I think he is, and I think he defends himself well. And he talks about that's one line out of 200 hours of curriculum, and that's exactly correct. I mean, it's no different than the same false flag that everybody attacked, went against the Parental Rights and Education Bill, calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, and it never said gay in it. That was to protect the innocence of a child. When we talk about this particular Black history issue, we remember the saying 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule came from Black pastors in Savannah, Georgia, that went on January 12th to Washington, D.C., General Sherman, all right, and in 4 days, they actually approved that. Now, this is what Black pastors wanted, to be able to have 40 acres. Now, the mule is not something they really got. It was something that the Army said that they would lend to them. But it was the skill that they said that we could be successful with to be able to farm.
But many argue that the governor on a national stage, where he'll have to appeal well beyond his conservative base. Let's say he was to win the nomination. He's behind now, but let's take your argument that, a lot can change. You're going to have to win over people. And many in the African-American community said, wow, it's pretty tone deaf to say I had to be enslaved in order to get skills. That's the way many are arguing they see it. And they say it's extraordinarily tone deaf. And on a national stage, is there enough of an understanding of that by the governor?
Well, he certainly is going to be attacked in a critical way like that. I don't think it's justly. Again, I think it's completely out of context. I know in my personal life, through my life, I had a financial failure back in 1990, and I learned more through that failure than I've done in successes in my life. Mm-hmm. I think Ben Franklin has a simple but famous quote, "Things that hurt instruct." So to say that you don't gain a skill in a hard, critical time in your life, the unjustness of slavery is not true to what really happened. You did gain a skill there, even though it was through an unjust means.
Talk about the wider scope of the race as it involves the former president. Right now, he does lead. So I presume that if it came to that, he won the nomination, you would support Donald Trump, correct?
Absolutely.
You were the Club 45 founder. Yeah. You're no longer part of it, but you were the Club 45 founder here, Palm Beach County, a vociferous supporter of his, and would support him if he's ultimately the nominee, correct?
Absolutely, I would support him, yes.
Can he win a general election? I mean, that's going to be the argument. He's got major trials he faces, and the critique and the question will be for his supporters, how can you support somebody who faces so many legal troubles, including trying, the argument will be, to overthrow an election for the first time in presidential history.
Yeah, I mean, I would personally look at candidates, and one of the very highest things that I look at is, do I think somebody can win the general election? And you bring up a great point about President Trump. There's where there is a real question, can he? Because he in the polling turns off urban, women. He doesn't poll well with independents. 62% against him from the independent side. So I think he would have a tougher road than DeSantis would of appealing in a general election.
And ultimately, that's Ron DeSantis's hope, that he will appeal to people that, hey, I can give you the same policies that you might have gotten from Donald Trump, but without the baggage, without the legal issues that he's facing that could throw all of this into disarray next year. And ultimately, he'll still cling to that. Right now, not making traction in national polls, but still hope it will as voters actually go to polls and go to caucuses next year.
Right, absolutely. And I agree with what you just said. I just think that there is less distractions with Governor Ron DeSantis.
Well, and to be clear, not my argument, but in fairness, it's the argument I hear. Talk more broadly about where we are nationally, though. We're in such camps, and whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, how much does it trouble you about where the national conversation is right now? There'll be a lot of people who will sit here and agree with everything you said, and there will be a lot who will vociferously disagree. And you can really say that about every political conversation. How scary is it for you when you take off your political hat and just as an American say, where are we?
It is. I mean, you bring up a great question there. I know that my involvement in politics, the closer I got, the deeper I got involved in politics.
Congressional run for you?
Yeah, the more I see the political playground out there, and to bring up political points that are a fabrication, let's say, of the truth, or it's not the whole truth. I think the American people deserve better. They need people to tell them the truth day in, day out, not in the example that we talked about earlier, taking one line out of 200 hours of curriculum and trying to focus, he's the boogeyman on that one line, pardon the pun, but that's the topic that they're talking about. And it's just, to me, it's not true. It's not real. I could certainly tell you that Governor DeSantis is a man that would love every human being, okay? And that framing him in that particular area just wouldn't be an accurate frame. So we've gotten to the point where we make accusation one side to the other, both sides do it, and it's really unfair. It's not right for the American people. And most people don't want to pay that close attention to politics to try to have to dig under the weeds and under the rocks and try to find out the truth from the false statements that are being made out there by many people.
But onward, and you keep pushing, and we see what happens in 2024.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And at this point, your contact with the governor suggests full speed ahead.
I don't see any change in their issues. I think that they have cut back here. We saw 38 people laid off this past week. I think it's important for them to focus and win Iowa. That's number one's money. Number two's win Iowa. Number three is stay a solid second in the polls. Those are the things I think they need to focus on and accomplish. And don't be like Jeb Bush. You can't blow all that money. I mean, Jeb Bush blew $150 million. You can win the money race and still get blown out. And I think they need to make sure that doesn't happen to them.
Next week, the Democratic perspective from Florida. Ahead, the state of our national conversation more broadly and the politics that divide us.